Hi guys and welcome back. My name is Fipz and in this video we talk about the weekly ArcheWorld price updates including the BSLT, Archeum, labor and the prices of the lands with the potential earnings. In the end, I also will tell you my opinion on what the best land is to go for with the current prices. Right now, the BSLT price is on 0.3867 and it has been stable for the last days around this price. Archeum continue going down, which was, by the way, expected and is currently on around 37 BSLT. The reason for that is obviously that we have more Archeum which get minted and not so much Archeum which get burned right now. The labor is actually exactly 10% of the Archeum price. It's 3.7. Here we have a price overview with all the important numbers. The BSLT, labor, Archeum, but also all of the items we can harvest from our farm, the log or skin, the processed item, meat, grain, herb, and also the proclute, the sub, crystal, and soil, and for the ancestor level, the experience potions. When it comes down to the farming, it is still pretty weak and it's a very low profit, especially if we calculate our time in. It takes quite a while to harvest and farm all of your land. But nevertheless, the most profitable is the grain and the herbs, most likely because of the skin. It's also followed by the livestocks. The trees and the mining drill are pretty close, especially the mining drill, but the tree has at the moment the lowest profits. Of course, this is calculated if you match your seeds with the weather in your area. For example, I need to use vanilla and millet because I am located in a tropical area. When it comes to processing items, there is not much earnings right now to do. This is calculated if we would buy the labor basically out of the auction house, then buy the logs out of the auction house, and then use the labor plus the materials to process the lumber. We would have an earning of 0.002, but it's not working on mass because as soon as you buy the first items out of the floor, the prices of the materials will increase. Nevertheless, it makes sense, especially if you combine it with the experience potions. Now let's have a look at the lands. We write down the small land, the medium, the large, extra large, and the mega land, including the rent prices right now from the system. It's not from the players, it's from XL Games. On the small land, we can put additional to the 10, 12 seeds, on the medium 14, on the large 30, and so on. I calculated that we harvest only twice a day, meaning every 12 hours. Actually, we could harvest 2.8 times a day if we would make it perfectly. But to just have it a little bit more conservative, we leave it on harvesting twice a day only. If we harvest the farms with the most profitable seeds, we earn on a small land around 0.9 BSLT in total per day. On the medium land, 1 BSLT, large 2, 3, and on the mega 6, almost 7 BSLT. We have an earning of labor with around 5.5 BSLT. It's because we can get 2,200 labor by harvesting it twice with 12 hours. With the Archeum, we can earn up to 2, 6, 10, 16, and 20 BSLT per day by harvesting the maximum amount of Archeum benches, of basic Archeum benches. If we deduct the rental, we have a profit of 3.75 BSLT, on a medium 3.26, and we're gonna make minus with the large, extra large, and the mega. Per month, we can earn $43 on the small, $37 on the medium, and we do make minus on everything else. The reason for that is because we left all of our benches on basic. If we upgrade them from tier 1 to tier 2 to grand, we start making more profit, the most profit with the medium land. We start making profit with the large land, where it was on minus 67 per month before. If we want to upgrade our benches twice, we earn actually the most with the large land. And of course, we cannot upgrade the tent or the small house into tier 2. And if we decide to upgrade our benches to tier 3, arcane, we earn up to $1,000, $1,100 with the extra large. Of course, the large one, the medium and the standard, the tent, stay like that. But this is the first time we earn actually also with the mega. And if we put everything on heroic, which is crazy expensive, we can earn $2,000 per month with a mansion with 10 Archeum benches on heroic. This is also including the upgrades of the beds. So what makes the most sense? In order to answer that question, we have to check how much money we actually have to invest in order to get that profit per month. And it's very easy for the standard because we basically just have to pay the design. Of course, we also have to pay the initial rent, but it's already calculated and deducted from the profit here. On the standard land, when we just put the tent inside, one Archeum bench and one bed, it's a basic Archeum bench tier 0, we have a return of investment of 1.3, meaning that with $60 investment every 1.3 months, we could double our farm. So we basically invest $58 and we earn 43 per month. That's a very high return of investment right now. If we decide to rent a medium land and we put a medium house on it, our return of investment is only 43.83, meaning it will take us basically 4 months in order to get our investment back, because we only earn $37.78 per month, but we have to invest $158. That's including the design, without upgrading the benches. The benches are still on basic. And if we decide to rent a large land, extra large or medium land, we are doing a big loss. So it's not recommended to do it unless you want to upgrade your benches. If we decide to upgrade our benches from tier 0 to tier 1, we start earning as well with the large one, but not as much as we do with the medium. So if we decide to upgrade all our benches to tier 1, we have an additional investment in BSLT, which is 184.5 BSLT per bench, cost 50,000 Archeum to upgrade them. Then we would earn $161 per month with the medium and 100 with the large. So it makes more sense to go with the medium one if you only want to upgrade them one time, especially because your investment in total is almost half of the price than if you would go with a large one. Also, extra large and mega does not make sense here. For a medium, your return of investment now is after 2.7 months, while with a large land, it will take you 8.11 months to get your return of investment. Also, a small note here, the return of investment is calculated inclusive the design, because it's frozen asset, we cannot use it for something else, and we have to invest 1,080 BSLT for the design. Of course, it is 100% refundable, but it is still here. If we do not calculate the design inside, of course, it would be 4 months for a large and 1.7 months for the medium to have the ROI. If we decide to upgrade our Archeum benches to rare, we can see some higher numbers here, especially the large one makes now 3 times the amount of a medium land. Also because a medium land cannot upgrade the benches to rare, but stays on the grand. And with an investment of $2,200, we could earn $465 per month. This is almost the same what we earn if we would rent an extra large land, even more. But on an extra large land, we have to pay around $700 more because the design is more expensive. If we decide we want to upgrade the benches to arcane, we already have the problem that we're not earning multiplies 2, but multiplies 1.73, because the loot of the archeon benches starting at arcane is not multiplied 2 anymore. So if we decide to go with arcane benches, we have to invest $9,500 to get all benches and the bed on arcane, $12,700 in a mansion. And yes, we would earn $1,110 per month, but we need 8.54 months to get our ROI. And even if we ignore the design because it's 100% refundable, it will take us more than 7 months. And last but not least, the heroic benches. It costs $2 million to get an archeon bench. It will cost us $44,000 in order to upgrade all 10 archeon benches, which we can place down in the mansion, plus the design of the mansion, plus the bed, which ends up at 114,491.5 BSLT. And it takes us, with a monthly earning of almost $2,000, 22.94 months, which is 2 years, in order to get our $44,000 back. But also very important to take into account that the price of the archeon can basically change every time. So right now it's all calculated with the current market price, but the archeon can also go down to 20, to 10, to 5 BSLT. We don't know. I mean, XL Games just announced that they use some of the BSLT to balance the archeon price, but nevertheless, it could affect the ROI. Okay, so what is my opinion on it? I make a small overview here. If you want to go only with a low investment, it makes obviously sense to start with the standard land. You only have to invest $58 and you can earn, with the current prices, if nothing changes, $43.47 per month. So you have your return of investment back very quick. If you want to invest a little bit more, you can also go with the medium land. It costs you $443 initial investment and you earn $161 every month. And if you want to go in big, you can rent a large land, invest $2,201 in order to get the best ROI, which is $465 in this case, if the prices stay like they are. Also, the archeon benches are tradable. So if ever you want to quit or to change your tactic, you can sell the archeon benches. It's not sure if you will get the same amount. It's basically bound on the archeon price. And you can also refund your design, which is 100% of what you have paid in BSLT. Don't forget, you can only rent one land per account from XL Games, but as many as you want from other players. The prices are now dynamic, also the one from XL Games. So the prices could change. What I'm not recommending right now is to go for an extra large land with this rental fee of, I guess it's like 1,400 something BSLT per month. Because to make it worthwhile, we have to invest additional $9,484 for the benches, the design, and so on, in order to get $1,000. It is basically an ROI of 9 months, where everything here is between 1, 3, 4, or 5 months. So here the ROI is pretty long. And what I totally not recommend is to go for a mega. It makes no sense at all with the current prices. Of course, this all can change basically every day, every Thursday, every time they make an adjustment, it can change, especially now since the prices are dynamic. If we open the lot management and we go on the rent prices here, we can see that the upcoming monthly system lot rent prices are changing a lot. And we can see, for example, that extra large land will be almost halved. The large land will be also reduced, and the medium and standard almost stay on the same price. I guess, it's not confirmed, but I guess that it depends on how many people actually renting public farms. So if there's no one renting extra large farms or mega farms, it will be reduced in the price, because we have a base rent and then a rent what we pay. And if there's more people renting standard land for the base rent of 100, then they will increase the base rent, or they will increase the rent percentage. Players can basically decide on their own if they want to make it down. For example, here we put down the rent to 50, which is 50% of the price. Or this one is, the rent is equal to the base rent, which means it's 100% of the rent price. And here we can basically decrease this to 50 and increase it to an adjusted rent of 200. And my guess is that the XL Game Lands will also do it, just depending on how many people renting this size of land. For example, if many people renting the large land, then the price will increase. If no one renting the extra large land, it will reduce. And of course, if we own land and we don't have to pay a rental, then the numbers looks way different. And we can see we do a lot of profit with all of them here, but we have to calculate how much we pay for the land. I guess, if I'm not mistaken, a standard land currently costs $300 to $400, medium land almost 1,000. So the ROI is very similar to renting and buying. My favorite here would be a large land. Here's it, a large land with rare benches. That's 745. So it's worth the time and the effort, of course. And it is a decent number to go for. If we don't have so much to invest in, then also it makes sense to buy a medium land and invest in the grand Archeon benches. And then the next point is, of course, the crafting. It will come sooner or later. But just imagine that if you want to craft higher tier items, you also need higher tier benches. For example, a crafting bench tier 3 can be only placed down in an extra large land, meaning that if you want to have high tier items or equipment even, then you need to have a bigger house, meaning a bigger land, in order to craft that item. And if ever this will come out, then of course, then it could be that large, extra large and mega would make way more sense than standard and medium. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope I could give you a small idea of what the prices are right now, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.